At the beginning of the year, we revealed our latest project car, what could be the cheapest fast Ford in the country. This 500 quid Mondeo ST24. Now, Jamie's had the lucky job of rectifying it and fixing it. So let's go through and see quite how easy or not it's been. So, Jamie, it's been quite a while since we revealed this black beastie.
Yeah, we've had it for a few months now, I suppose.
And it doesn't look a great deal better, you won't mind me saying.
No, it doesn't look much different, but like all these good things, all the foundation stuff, that's the bit that we've been doing. So underneath is where all the work's been. I may have said it wasn't rusty in the previous video.
Cut back to that.
Underneath, where they tend to go along the sills and in the rear boot floor and underneath the rear seats actually, this one's fairly solid, which is unusual for Mondeo because normally they look pretty and you get them up underneath and they're horrible. Fairly solid underneath. It was a little bit rusty. So we've gone through that. My mate Mark at 4 Parts R Us has sorted that out thankfully. So we've gone through anything that needed doing, bits in the sills were done. Boot floor, there was a couple little patches in the boot floor, but the main thing was obviously the arches that we saw from before. Pieced those in. They're all solid again, looking lovely, which you'll see in a minute.
Were they worse than you expected? Because they didn't look too bad initially.
No, they weren't. No, it was just everywhere. So it wasn't like it was just little bits here, there, and everywhere. So rather than cut out the whole arch, Mark said actually you're probably better off just piecing it in so you can keep as much as possible. That way, otherwise, if you sort of like start welding in a whole panel, you've got more chance of it sort of misaligning or warping or whatever when you're trying to do it. So you do a little bit
damage limitation, exactly.
Yeah. So so that's all sorted. And then the next job was everything underneath this car is rusty, but it's not terminal rust. It's just been surface corrosion. So everything's been a pig to get off.
The thing is, it's a 25-year-old car that's sat, so it's going to be.
Yeah, and obviously we're by the coast here as well, so I don't know if it's lived its life around here. It's
quite possibly. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, I make jokes about Fords rusting all the time, but actually for its age and given that it's sat, it's not bad.
Yeah, touch wood, it's mostly been cosmetic. Everything structural, so like all the main sort of components underneath are sound. A lot of it's just been surface stuff, and it's just been like every nut and bolt has put up a fight, really. That's been our issue. It's getting there, When you say stand back, doesn't look any different, but hopefully we'll take you round and you'll see that we have actually been doing some stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've seen the initial first impressions and it looks about the same, but let's go around and see where you spent your time.
Yeah, start on the rear.
Right, so first up here, we reached breaking point, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, literally. This caliper and this it was actually seized solid. So as you can see now, it's lovely and free again.
Lovely.
So what we've done, we've actually pulled that off. Again, it was covered in rust and stuff. Pulled it off. We bought a refurb kit off of eBay, actually from Big Red, and managed to replace all the seals and stuff in there. Getting the piston out of the caliper put up a real fight actually. Get that all sorted. We've done the same on the other side because when you buy the caliper refurb, they come as a kit for 2 calipers, so it makes sense to do both.
Yep.
So both were done. New discs and pads, VW Beetle actually, because we like their quality.
Their stuff, yep.
When you put a new discs and pads on, especially with braking stuff, it's not worth the bother sort of scrimping and scraping. Wire brushed everything. Just clean up all the surface rust, give it a bit of a coat up with, it's actually we use some stone chip and it's liquid moly stuff and it's really good actually.
It looks good.
On. It's not concourse, but this car never was going to be. It was just like, I want to make it look presentable and stop it from rusting again.
That's the main.
And that's what it was. And obviously while we're in there, we just checked everything else, checked all the ball joints, bushes, whatever else, we're all fine. We actually bought a pair of bottom arms in anticipation because all Mark II Mondeos choose through bottom arms. That's just fact, everyone knows that.
Particularly with the big engine in the front as well.
These two, absolutely fine. We haven't got under the engine bay yet. That's one of our next jobs, to do sort of servicing stuff. But what we did do at the same time, well, when we did the front, is we then moved in and done the same at the back, but we had an extra job to do at the back. Replaced all them, new discs, new pads. These calipers these were working, so they didn't need a reverb kit, but they were cleaned up. When we've done that, we've changed all the fluid as we've gone through part of the process anyway, so it's got fresh fluid all the way through.
Wasn't part with the handbrake on, which is a good sign.
No, obviously we've greased everything up. It's all working. The handbrake mechanism works absolutely fine. Again, got under a big pry bar, checked all the bushes because they can be a pain if they're gone. They're not the easiest thing in the world to replace. What we do need to do is the rear anti-roll bar one.
Cracky,
that's a bit cracky. Readily available actually from our friends at Febby. But one extra job that we didn't originally anticipate on here is, you may remember from the original video, the back end was quite low.
Yeah, it looks like there was those.
And when we popped the boot, we found a pair of front lowering springs, but only the front, because the rear lowering springs were on here.
Why would you only buy the back?
I have no idea.
Is it a drag car they were trying to give it?
I have no idea why they've done that. Yeah, lowered with a tow bar as well.
Right.
Exactly. Mark at 4 Parts R Us managed to source us a pair of original ST24 springs. This bit was missing. That's all fresh metal.
Rotting away, that looks good.
It's obviously had a slight skim of filler which needs to be rubbed down, but the arch is now one piece.
Look at
and
that.
this part of the sill, you can tell it's done because it's actually on the ramp and holding up. If we did that in the first place, that'd have been through the floor.
The ramp hasn't gone to it.
Yes, Mark's put all new metal in. It's all been welded up, seam sealed, and then obviously I'll give it a coat over with some of the stone chip stuff again, just to make it look pretty or prettier. Hopefully, stop it coming back again.
It's a sporty one. You got side skirts, and they hide a multitude
Yeah,
of sins.
so you won't see in this anyway, because I tell you, when the skirt goes back on,
Yeah.
that covers all of that anyway. So the next thing for this will be rub this down, get that ready for priming and paint, and then we'll go around and notice any other bits. There's like a little rust bubble there. We'll probably treat it at the same time. Obviously, the skirts want painting. We know the front wants painting anyway. I reckon we'll end up blowing half of it in. The tow bar is off.
Good.
So that's disappeared.
We like a tow bar, but not on this.
But where they've cut the bumper to make a hole for the tow bar, that wants a repair. Mark reckons he can do a bit of plastic repair, so we'll just put some stuff in there.
I was going to say, yeah, surely you just put a bit of gaffer tape over
Yeah.
where that's what all Two Mondeos
To be
have.
fair, you can't even see it anyway. It's only because we know it's there, because it's right underneath. It's actually where the bumper disappears. Other job we've done has been on the inside. Basically, when we took the seats out, intention was to repair them. Bought like a height adjuster sort of repair kit, so it's a new gear, because the nylon gears strip the teeth. So replaced all that on one seat. Mark was going to weld up the subframe. Started to repair them. Noticed that somebody's been there 2 or 3 times before, so it's really not a very pretty job. And then I found a set of ST200 leather interior, 10 minutes from Ford Fair, the weekend of Ford Fair, for 100 quid. So that's gone straight in. Obviously, it's a direct swap, so that's straight in there, and that is much better. OEM Plus. I think leather was actually an option on the ST24 anyway. You need to stick the headlining back because that's still hanging down.
Yeah,
But
naturally.
we'll probably change that to black now. So we'll go with the whole leather. So we'll
Spalty look on it.
Yeah, so we'll just do we'll get some, we've got to buy the fabric anyway. But yeah, now it's getting there. I say it's all underneath. From the outside, it doesn't look massively different, but it is moving in the right direction.
So then, Jamie, it's been a bit of a marathon, but it is getting there.
It is getting there, yeah, it is getting there. Like I say, cosmetically it still looks the same, but we're getting all the solid work stuff done first. The next job is actually going to be servicing the engine, new oil, filters, whatever else. That'll be today's job. So we'll get that sorted. Some of the auxiliary belts will do that. Plenum's obviously all corroded, big alley plenum, so I'll see if I can do anything with that just to sort of make it look pretty. And then it's back onto the bodywork. Arches, side, front wants painting, sort these headlights out, sort of bring them all back.
Yeah, we were just talking about these grills. We don't think this is standard. do we?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think they are standard, so I'm not sure what we'll do with those.
Painted black or something, yeah.
Phil's favourite, if anyone remembers from the first video, 3D number plates. He loves a 3D number plate.
Just get in the bin. Excellent.
Once it's MOT, tax, we get it out on the road and make sure there's nothing else left to do on it.
Could be time for a little cheeky road trip at that point.
Could be,
Get
yeah. I
somewhere
mean,
cool with it.
the plan is basically to get this on the road for the start of 2026. To be fair, we've owned the car for about 8 months. We've only really started doing work on it for the last sort of 3 or 4.
As is always the way with these things.
Yeah, get it on the road for spring and then, yeah, have some fun in it next year.
Take it to a classic Ford show, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, that might be quite nice to sort of unveil at a Classic Ford show. You can see updates for this in Classics World magazine and actually also Classic Ford magazine as well. Pick up a copy and you'll see what we've been up to.
This is the next classic.
No, you know what I mean? I think of a Mark II Mondeo as still a new car. Well, it's not. It's 25 years old.
Not when you're welding it, it's not.
Yeah.
But I have to say that the overwhelming impression I get from this car is actually it's got good bones.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
yes, there's bits
it's
of
worth
rust.
saving. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's like, well, a lot of them are too far gone. Yeah, this one underneath, fundamentally, it's worth saving.
I mean, even things like we just said when we drove in it, bear in mind you haven't serviced it or touched the engine yet. It purrs.
Yeah, it's quiet as a mouse, isn't it? There's none of that
runs.
Mondeo V6 tick or anything.
No.
It's absolutely lovely.
It's got good bones, this car, so I think it was well worth saving.
Yes.
I mean, this or the Sierra. I think this is going to be cool. I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely stoked to get this back on the road. I think it's going to be fantastic.
But you're funny you say the Sierra's next, by the way. So once this one's out in sort of February, March time, the Sierra's coming in.
Get the dustpan and brush ready.
Yeah, we'll update you guys again once we've got it on the road and we know what we're actually dealing with. But yeah,
make some nice V6 noises.
Yes, hopefully.
Well, in the meantime, don't forget to follow it in Classics World magazine. It's starting very soon, we think.
This issue, I think.
This issue, there you go, is on shop.kelsey.co.uk. Do go and buy it. Look at everything on Project Mondeo here. And also in Classic Ford, we think.
Classic Ford, and there'll also be some updates on classicworld.co.uk as we go along as well. And obviously, don't forget to follow Classic World page on Facebook and Instagram, because when I'm down there doing stuff for the workshop, I'll drop your post up.
There's no excuse not to keep up with this car, because we love it, and hopefully you do too. But in the meantime, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Classics World for all our future content, Ford or otherwise, and we'll see you very soon.
See you later.